He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining!
He seems to be fighting hard for it.
Oh my goodness! Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato! Scott! Oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through! He's gonna get the shot! He's gonna put it in! Back to back! On the backward, can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net!
High off the backboard here. Opportunity! Here comes the shot!
Hold on. Surely this kid. Oh my lord!
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, open to on the goal line. He did
Nearly over!
sweep. It comes through. The venom, the improbable, the impossible. The 4-time champions.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League where the grind continues. I'm joined in the booth by Rockerman. Rockerman, we got divisional matchups starting this week. It's good to have you back in the booth. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great, Flip. It's a crazy week. Divisional matchups starting. Started on Monday, continuing today, and then also next Monday. So this is the first round of divisional matchups, and then these teams will play again at the very end of the season. But Flip, that all these teams, you want to get those wins against your divisional rivals. Win that division and get a free spot right into the playoffs.
Free spot in the playoffs is always huge. Bragging rights, some might say, even bigger. But this matchup here, honestly, Rockerman, might be even more important because these two teams are just that good. We have Pinnacle, who are at 4-1, Reapers at 3-2. They're at the top of their division right now, and both these teams have been on fire. Now, I will say, both these teams coming out of the draft, they were expected to be pretty good. I was surprised to see, you know, your Pinnacle boys do so like this well, but I digress. They have been playing out of their minds. Kratos, obviously, really solid player. You obviously know more about your team than I do. What can you say about these Pinnacle boys and how they've been playing so far?
Yeah, no, they've been playing really well here. I mean, Kratos obviously a 1-1 type of player, first pick in the draft there, and then Cynical and Lucian with that chemistry from last season, really been able to fit in well with Kratos, and they've been doing great. They've been doing great so far this season, 4-1. Tied for the best record in the Titan League. So they've been solid. And then that Reapers team too, coming back as an expansion team, not really knowing what to expect, from this team. But they've surprised a lot of people. And I'm very impressed with how they performed so far this season. 3-2, fighting for that division. This is obviously a very important match for them. Try to get a tie for that divisional lead. They'd hold the divisional lead via the tiebreaker and, be in that playoff spot. So it's a big series for them, and I'm excited to see them on the pitch here. Obviously, they've had some good success so far, and we'll see if they'll be able to continue it over tonight.
Yeah, and honestly, both these teams also looking for a bounce back. Pinnacle and Reapers both suffered a loss on Monday, and so both these teams, I think, are a little antsy, ready to get into it. They're on a stream. They're ready to get their get back from Monday. Rockerman, obviously, we know who's going to win this matchup. You scripted it yourself, but what do you think the score is going to be for this one?
For this one, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go 3-1 Pinnacle in this one. I think they've got the edge in this one. Bias aside, I just think they're a more complete team, and I think they'll prove it tonight.
Yeah, I think we got a couple players to look out for. My biggest one is going to be Cynical, but Lucian's the one that's starting us off with a goal early here. 3 seconds in, already getting a kickoff goal and getting us started early. Pinnacle, early lead here. And Rockerman, we didn't mention this stat earlier. They're on a 9-game win streak. I don't know if you mentioned it, sorry. But 9-game win streak, 16-3 record. These guys have dominated historically. They're dominated early here in game number 1.
Yeah, no, we didn't actually bring it up on stream. I brought it up with you right before we went live. We're doing a little research here, and yeah, Pinnacle has won 9 straight matches against the Reapers, and none of them have gone to Game 5. Last time the Reapers were able to win was way back in November of 2021, Flip. So it's been a long drought here for the Reapers, and hopefully for them they can break the curse a little bit here. But Pinnacle looking for the 10th in a row.
Yeah, 4-season curse is one thing, a 4-year curse is another, and what a 50 there by Kratos, just being the bigger man, and Lucian getting another cleanup goal, but always in the right spot at the right time, and what a 50 here from Krait.
Yeah, Lucian, he does have previous Titan League experience, been around Nemesis for quite some time, so he knows where to go, and that's kind of why I was very excited to see how he would perform this season. And Kratos, obviously, we know what that guy can do, Flip, winning the championship last season, and setting up a big goal right there.
Yeah, obviously, I think the last season before that as well, he got second, and I think the season before that, he got second as well. He was due a chip, and he did get one last season. This season, looking to go back-to-back. Can he do it? With this squad, maybe. Lucian obviously playing really well. I think Cynical, one of the most underrated players last season in Rival, and he has been just putting even better numbers up this season in Titan. Kratos maybe looking for another goal here. Sleazily not able to get back in time for that one. A 3-0 lead here and an early stomping so far by Pinnacle.
Yeah, I mean, this one's just a bang, and the Reapers just not sure what's going on there. Maybe not expecting that much power coming out from Kratos, but you got to respect that man shooting from anywhere on the pitch, and yeah, it's a quick 3-0 early lead.
Yeah, early lead, and I will say one thing. Reapers are playing without their highest sound player. Now, obviously, it doesn't matter that much because Dr. Brown and Sleazily able to combine right here. A really good pass here from Dr. Brown right off the ceiling, and Sleazily able to put it away. But Divine is their 1750, and they are playing without Massaint, who is their other 1900. So I'm not saying it's Mickey if the Pinnacle boys win this one, but it's something to look out for.
You're saying it's Mickey.
Another goal here.
as Cynical's gonna put it in. Yeah, it does suck to not have your highest MMR player, but I think Divine is still a solid player in his own right from what I've seen, what I've heard. So I think they'll do all right. But that is a tough kickoff goal to give up there, as Pinnacle right when Reapers got back into this one, they give up another one right back. And those are the ones that hurt you, Flip. Right when you think you got back here, you give it away as they're trying to put one in, but it's going to be pushed away.
Yeah, honestly, momentum swinging right back in Pinnacle's favor. I thought maybe that Reapers were going to get one back again quickly, and we had a shoot on our hands, but instead, the ball stays out of the Pinnacle net, and it looks like Lucian gonna try his own flip reset, try for some mechanical plays here. I haven't seen too many so far. It's been kind of free nets for both teams, but somebody, I know, this lobby is definitely capable of popping off, and I know it's going to happen soon as Sleasley meets Lucian in the air. That ball going to hit off the backboard. Dr. Brown going to take his time on the ball, and he, who honestly could have won Rival MVP last season, definitely a player to look out for. Dr. Brown was a huge menace last season in the Rival League. This season, already doing well on Reapers. I think a big contributor to their success. Can it continue, though, as Kratos going for the flip reset? He got the stall into the flip reset. It was beautiful. 5-1 lead here, and you just can't give Krait that much time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just perfectly played. It gets the flip reset to go underneath and then pops it over the last defender. I mean, that's just, that's just peak Titan League action right there by Kratos. It would give Pinnacle a 4-goal lead.
Yeah, it's actually a double flip reset there,
which
is insane. As Cynical is getting another kickoff goal. I think this is the third one here for Pinnacle, and Reapers, I don't know if it's the sub, I don't know what it is, but definitely just not on the same page when it comes to these kickoffs.
Yeah, I feel like from what I'm seeing from Pinnacle is they're really, really hard cheating flip. They're like right behind the ball, and the Reapers are just a little bit slower on their cheats. You see Cynical, he's right there. He doesn't touch the ball that time, but he was right there on that ball, ready to make a challenge before the Reapers even got there. So, for the Reapers, maybe you just got to send that man, that second man, that cheater, a little bit closer to that ball and try to play it, play it a little more aggressively and try to cut Pinnacle off at the pass.
Yeah, this time, though, it's going to be a missed touch there from Divine. A good pass from Kratos. Put him in an awkward spot. Lush going to go ahead and get his hat trick here as he's able to put that one away. And we have a Brazil with 2 minutes left to go in the game, Rocker Man. Just thought I'd let you know.
Yep, we are heading to Brazil here. Pinnacle is just putting on a clinic here in this game number 1. And, I'm sure at this point, for the Reapers, you're like, all right, let's just get to the next game. Let's just get out of here, and let's just get on to the next game. Been there a couple times before this season. not a fun time to be in a blowout game number 1, but we see sometimes these blowout game 1s flip, and then the next game just comes through and it's really close, and the rest of the series ends up being really close. So I'm hoping for the Reapers that that's the case, because I feel like they do have some talent. You mentioned Dr. Brown, just an awesome player last season for Hydra, now moving up here into the Titan League. But I mean, Dr. Brown, he was just a menace. He was just a menace everywhere on the pitch, and I'm hoping they can continue and try to bring it back here as a nice little pass comes through. Kratos is gonna slam it home. The lead continues to grow.
Yeah, and Cynical with that crazy good 45 flick there as Kratos puts that one away, and that makes it to where all of Pinnacle's goals have been assisted as well, and also they've only missed 2 shots, so their shooting percentage is about 80%. Their goal to assist rate, or assist to goal ratio, 100%.
Is that good?
This team, Rocket Man, right now, it's that good. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it is almost perfect Rocket League as they get scored on immediately. I think there's like a 8-2 like Barca something. I don't know what soccer term there is, but this is a good goal here from Dr. Brown. Goes low. Divine going to go ahead and put that one away, but Reapers, a little bit of life here, but this game's been over for about half an hour.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what the phrase. There's a couple different phrases. We got like the Barcelona and the Liechtenstein and the Constantinople. I think there's a couple of those. And
one of them.
Another kickoff goal. I mean, and now this time they did try to cheat really hard, but the kickoff is won over the top of the cheater. And I mean, anything and everything is going Pinnacle's way right now. 9-2 here. Still a minute left. Yeah,
and I will say though, I have a little bit of hope going into game 2, as Kratos is going to go ahead and get another goal here really calmly, really easily. You're going to see a 10 on the board. There's still a minute left. Rockman, I don't know what the single team goal record is, but we're getting there eventually. And I know you're going to be looking that one up pretty soon. But I just want to say, we've seen a lot of kickoff goals, and I'm not saying kickoff goals are luck. I'm not saying they're skill either, because there's definitely some things that need to go their way if you're if you're Pinnacle. I will say though, they've done a really good job of like. There's so many that like it can't just be luck, right? They've had 5. Oh, like if you want to count this one as 6, as this was only 10 seconds after kickoff, you know, this can't be luck at this point, Rockerman. They're doing it so consistently. They're at 11 goals now. A great shot here, but man, this is just insane.
Yeah, and at last update, Flip, the record was 12 goals for the record, and we're at 11 right now. So that's pretty close to a Nemesis record right here. And with 50 seconds remaining, I mean, a lot of time to try to put one more in the back of the net and keep it going is a nice 50. It's going towards the net, but it's going to be cleared away. And yeah, Reaper's hoping to just shut it down for the last 40 seconds and don't find yourselves involved in a little bit of Nemesis history.
Yeah, and you know, we did mention it, so obviously it can't happen at this point. Like, that's just how stream caster cursing works. So
Yes.
30 seconds left. I think the Reapers are pretty safe. They might give up one more to tie the record, but I don't think they're going to get the record broken at this point, as Kratos has an opportunity to tie it here. Going for the double touch. Dr. Brown, do you have the save?
Oh.
No, because Kratos is going to hit a banger on net there. 12 goals here for Pinnacle.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 12 goals, an absolute just beat down right here in this game number 1, and an amazing double tap there from Kratos. Makes it look so easy right there. Put it in the back of the net, and well, watch out for this kickoff here, Flip.
Uh-huh. It's a good kickoff. Lucian gonna go ahead and pass it back, though. Divine opportunity here. Waste some more time. A good pop. Dr. Brown gives a demo. Kind of kills the offense here. A good challenge from Dr. Brown as well. Sleazily gonna put that one away. 2 seconds left, Rocker Man. Hold your horses. I'm not saying there's a comeback coming. I'm just saying that there's another kickoff coming, so it could be another goal.
I mean, we saw probably what three kickoff goals in this one, maybe 4.
I mean,
we saw a few of them.
I counted 5.
Okay.
And debatably there's 7. Like, it depends on how lenient you want to be with kickoff goals.
Ooh.
But not going to be there as Pinnacle tie the record for most goals in for one team in a single game. Rockerman, this team is disgusting, and like I said, I have a little faith for Game 2 because there were so many kickoff goals, but I have a lack of faith in Game 2 because there were so many non-kickoff goals as well. So it's going to be a tough one if you're Reapers.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, and Flip, the number I'm looking at, 12 goals, 13 shots. That is just an insane percentage. I think that's probably around 95% shooting. So, yeah, that's you gotta put a hand up.
Yeah, maybe 2 at this point. I
6.
I think we need a couple more defensive heroics here from Reapers, and I do say heroics because I don't think anything else is going to save them at this point. Dr. Brown, I need some doctoring stat because something's bleeding back there. I don't know. The defense is falling apart. And I'm hoping to see a better performance here. I think Reapers are also hoping to see a better performance here. You know, you get blown out like that in Game 1. You never let it happen in Game 2. Sleazy's going to go ahead and put an early one on target. Divine came crashing down, but Cynical had an extra touch in the bag. Cynical now going for a 50 with 0 boost. Trying to get it out of his own corner as, Lucian almost got a backflip touch. Sleazily now, 50 in Kratos, but Dr. Brown's going to have a shot. That's going to go off the backboard. Can he put it away? He sneaks it in there. Dr. Brown going to go ahead, give Reapers their first lead of the series.
Yeah, and this is what can happen, Flip, when you have such a blowout in Game 1. It's why I said you got to watch out because, you know, you're so confident. You can start to get a little cocky here, you know, once you get into Game 2, and maybe a little bit overconfident trying to make those passing plays for Pinnacle there, giving up the first goal. But that's a great sign for the Reapers to put that one in the back of the net, and hopefully they can build on it.
Yeah, if I ever score 12 goals on a team, I'm already turning on an anime and watching it on the side. I know I'm not trying in game number 2, so I don't think Kratos is either. We'll have to see if he pauses that anime for a little bit, sees if he can go ahead and lock back in. And Sleazily now going to try to go ahead and push for another one here as a good demo comes out. He's looking for another one. Lucian able to dodge it and get that ball cleared. Dr. Brown, though, not killing the pressure here. Sleazyly's over there. He's going to hit it off the ceiling. Divine electing not to go for that ball. Instead, he's going to elect for it to go over his head as Cynical now. Hit that one towards the back wall. Lucian going to put a shot. That's a great shot on target. And wow, the power from that angle is super impressive there. An underrated shot here from Lucian. And I mean, just defensive mistake, I guess. But Grave Lords, I thought they had that one.
Yeah, it's actually the Reapers, but maybe they are playing like the Grave Lords here.
Sorry.
Maybe they are
Couldn't
playing
tell
like
the difference.
Yeah, maybe they are a little bit. No offense to them, but Yeah, that was a tough one, and it was a really good shot there from Lucian, able to find that angle onto net. And yeah, Pinnacle, again, like we mentioned in the first game, their shooting has been impeccable so far, so I'm not surprised to see him put that one towards the net. But the Reapers looking here for the double tap. Sleazy gonna throw it off the backboard. No, not quite. Gonna find it in, and we're gonna stay tied here.
Yeah, Thigh Chat's hitting that one, even though he's not even on the pitch. That's just how good of a shooter this Pinnacle team is. Kratos, he's going to go ahead and prove that here with a great pass from Cynical. Cynical been dishing and dealing. I think he had 5 assists last game. It was either him or Kratos, one or the other. Somebody had 5 assists on their team last game. And, well, more assists are already coming through here. As a counterattack there kind of stomps on the hopes of Reapers, as they had a 1-goal lead. Rockerman is now cut down to a 1-goal deficit. As maybe a 2-goal deficit. Sleazily barely able to get back in time. A goal line save. Dr. Brown gonna go ahead and leave it for Sleazily. That's a flipped in 10 kind of play right there. Now Sleazily going for the 50. That ball bouncing down. Oh, Dr. Brown could have put it away. Divine able to tie this game back up. 3 minutes were left, and Rockerman, we have ourselves a game.
Yeah, and that's just a great play by Sleazily there to set it up there. Dr. Brown forcing the last defender to make a tough save there, and just a follow-up coming through. And the Reapers, they've been putting on some good offense here, some good chances, making Pinnacle a little bit awkward. And, you know, that's what we like to see from them here, as Pinnacle is trying to attack right back. Cynical, oh my goodness, what a save there. Dr. Brown picking up a savior medal. But, yeah, I mean, Reapers looking a lot better than they did in game number 1.
Yeah, I called for a doctor on the defensive Reapers, and a doctor has arrived. Dr. Brown himself, actually, he is putting up that savior medal, really keeping his team in the game here. Kratos now with a lot of boost, a lot of time as well. Gets it up past 2 in the corner, looking for a pass. Defines last back. That touch, though, from Kratos, just a little bit too far. But guess who's there? It's the shooter, as Lucian puts that one away. And once again, awkward angle, so much power.
Yeah, no, Pinnacle just have the follow-ups here. You can just tell they're a cohesive unit here with Crate, Cynical, and Lucian. One person goes in, second person goes in, but Lucian, that third man, was ready right to follow there and shoot it on net. So definitely a very cohesive unit here, as this ball, getting a little dangerous there, but the 50 is going to come through, and Pinnacle going to retake the lead here.
Look, all I'm saying is Afterburner should be on speed dial right now, because this this Reapers team might need a little bit of Gravelord's action. As all I'm saying is, Rockerman, I feel like these Reapers, they're so close, and I think sometimes you just need a winning formula, and the Gravelords are 5-0 right now, which is their rival team. Sometimes you just got to know how to win. Dr. Brown, he knows how to win. He's trying to make that happen here. Sleazily not going to be able to put it in the back of the net, though. Lucian got another epic save. That's 6 saves so far here for Pinnacle. Dr. Brown might have to make it 7 for him. That shot just not good enough, but that one was, as he sleazily slots it into the bottom corner. Did not think that was getting through, but it found a way.
Yeah, and Lucian, he jumped out to the far post, but couldn't get back to it, and that's good placement there. Finding that bottom right there. Sleazily had 2 goals in the last game. Gets this goal here to tie it up. So, you know, definitely someone we're looking at. We talked a little bit about Dr. Brown, but Sleazily stepping up here in this game number 2, trying to tie the series up.
Tie the series up? We kind of put a huge, like, I won't say like a wake-up call, but just like just like an alarm going off in Pinnacle's head right now. It's like, oh my gosh, we just smoked this team. What's going on? But like you said, sometimes you get caught sleeping. Sometimes you turn on the show just too early. The series isn't over yet. Dr. Brown trying to make sure that happens as Divine off the back wall has to get a good clear, and he does. That's a great clear. That ball doesn't find Sleazily, though, but that ball might find Kratos. Kratos gets 50'd, goes the other way. Cynical now going to get a high touch on that one, trying to follow it himself. Has Lucian in the midfield. Gets 1 touch, maybe going for the demo. Sleazily able to avoid it, get that touch back to the corner. That ball kind of awkward. Lucian going to put it towards the back wall. Kratos going to put that shot on target, and he finds his way through. He sees 2 players, and he does not care. He's able to slot that in the back right corner.
Yeah, and that's a good turn. First by Lucian, hitting it off the wall, and then Kratos just that quick little turnaround there, able to shoot it, just caught the Reapers off guard, able to retake the lead. 56 seconds remaining.
Yeah, 56 seconds remaining, and if I know one thing about this Reapers team is defense doesn't get played, but offense does. So we will see if they're able to do it here. Sleazily gets it a pinch around 1. Lucian commits really hard, but a huge bump coming out from Cynical. Lucian now maybe leaving that one for Kratos. Instead, it's just going to be a 50. Sleazily able to make the save. Dr. Brown with some time. Dr. Brown, a lot of boost, gets it past one. Has a teammate in the midfield, gets a fake around another. A great challenge there, though, from Creighton. Good patience as well to follow it up. Gets a touch around the last one. Kratos himself doing it all as Dr. Brown gets a save, but that's not enough. He gets a double save, though, Cynical. Trying to put that one in the back of the net. Sleazy able to get that long clear. Divine, not a lot of boost. Still able to get a touch, but Kratos was able to get the 50. Cynical gets beat out by Sleazy. Kratos with some boost on the side. While Lucian and him double commit as Kratos now still has possession. Dr. Brown getting the ball clear, getting a high clear, trying to get a follow. Cynical able to be there first. Lucian now trying to keep that ball out of harm's way. Sleazily getting that ball across. Sleazily able to get the 50. Dr. Brown has a boost. He's waiting on the touch. Is he going to turn? He is. He doesn't get the beat on Craig. The ball. Is it going to fall? It does, and Pinnacle secure game number 2 as well. A lot closer this time, though. Rockerman and Reapers seem to have found maybe a little bit of a stride here.
Yeah, no, they played so much better in that game, and it was so close there. That ball was floating in front of the net at 1 second. I thought for sure they were going to get that one in, but just not quite meant to be. But, I mean, the shots, 14 shots there in this game. They did a lot better on the defensive end. Pinnacle still, with 12 shots. They had 13 last game, but 12 this game. And the Reapers put some hands up. They put a couple hands up, Flip. And, they blocked them away, but just not quite enough. The offense was just a little bit too strong there in that last game, but there really were good signs in that game. They looked so much better.
I'm very impressed with Dr. Brown. Obviously, I knew what he could do. I'm also very impressed with Lush and Cynical. I knew what they could do from last season, playing against them in Rival. I knew they were demons. I knew they were dogs. They knocked me out of playoffs, so I knew they were good. But I not expect them to be this good. It's only been a season. I didn't expect them to improve this much, and they definitely have improved. Now, I want to see Divine. I need to see him pop off, Rockman. I'm just thinking in the back of my head, what if they had their 1900? I want Divine to shut me up, because I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to see this Reapers come back, and I think Sleazy's playing well enough for it. I think Dr. Brown's playing well enough for it. It's a lot to ask for your lowest sal, 4 MMR higher than the minimum salary, I believe, or 10 MMR higher, or something like that. He is as low as you can get, and is asking a lot out of him. But if he can perform, this team can do something insane, and that is a reverse sweep. But I'll have to see it to believe it. So far, they got some really good offense here. Sleazy going to try to put that one away. Kratos is able to make the save, and already 30 seconds in, I'm seeing a lot better from the Reapers, but Pinnacle can always strike. A great save there, though, from Divine, and some defensive efforts here from Reapers are required as they're able to get that ball cleared. Sleazily, Dr. Brown, they have been playing great. Divine with a great save there. This Reapers team, if they're able to come together, Rockerman, I think they can pull off this reverse sweep.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't even feel like Divine has been playing that bad in this game. I feel like there hasn't been too many crucial errors. It's a great passing play. It's going to be cut off by Kratos. I just feel like the chemistry from Pinnacle is just beating out the chemistry from the Reapers, and that speed from Pinnacle has been just a little bit too much. But it would be nice to see Divine step up in this game number 3. They need someone to step up, make a big performance here. Force some double commits from Pinnacle, and see if they can break through here. Try to start with that early goal, because I think they really need that first goal here, Flip, to try to make something happen.
They got it in game 2. It wasn't quite enough, but it was a whole lot better. And they've held on for a minute and a half in this game 3. I would like to say this is the longest we've gone without scoring in this series, because it has been a fireworks festival, to say the least. Now, can that continue? Dr. Brown gonna leave that one for Divine, but now he's up. Dr. Brown able to get the beat. No, Lucian able to get the touch with 0 boost remaining. Sleazily able to get around 1. Cynical's there, though. Lucian has no boost, but Kratos is there for the shot. Dr. Brown had that one red. Now Dr. Brown able to get the 50 on Cynical as well. A pass out from Divine. That's over Lucian's head. Kratos, though, able to get a banging clear as Sleazily has to race all the way back, and Cynical's gonna hit that one off the backboard. Kratos gonna drop that one down, and that's below Sleazily, but Divine had the save. Lucian now, no boost to work with, still trying to get that pass mid. Dr. Brown almost own goal there. Lucian able to get the follow touch. Divine has to get the 50 on Cynical, and he doesn't. Cynical faked out one, not able to get around another. Dr. Brown and the Reapers, not a whole lot of boost to work with. Able to get that ball clear, though. Reset themselves a little bit, maybe capitalize on a mistake. A double commit here. Sleazily, oh, he gets bumped. Had the dribble going for him, but the opportunity does go to the wayside here. It's now Kratos with an opportunity. A shot coming through Dr. Brown, though, on the defensive end with that save. Now trying to get it clear. Doesn't get the touch he's wanted to follow it up, but Sleazily able to get there. Kratos now. Bang downfield. Divine last man. No, Dr. Brown already in the backfield waiting for that one. That ball bouncing up high. Lucian meets him in the midfield, or in the air, as that ball continuing to stay in this Reaper's half, continuing to put on more pressure is this Pinnacle team, and this is where they thrive. They're boost starving Reapers. They're putting on pressure. They're bumping. They're demoing. That ball still stays out of the net. Lucian's shot isn't going in. There it is. A double demo from Cynical, and Lucian, the shooter, puts it away.
Oh, Cynical just erased the entire defense in Dr. Brown. He just had to dive out there and just kind of pray, but wasn't quite able to do it. But yeah, that's Cynical for you there. 7th in the rival league demos per game, 1.73. So he knows how to find them, and he knows how to open up some space for his teammate Lucian to send in the back of the net.
Dr. Brown, that's what Dr. Brown does, by the way. Cynical can demo. Dr. Brown can make you say, whoa. Look, a great pass from Divine, by the way. Kratos with no boost, and Dr. Brown, he places that perfectly.
I mean, Flip, if you could have walked the ball up there and placed it in the net anywhere, that's where you would have placed it. He shot it from midfield. What a shot there from Dr. Brown, tying it up. And the Reapers still alive in this one and trying to put some more offense on. Hopefully they can pull this one through, force us to game 4.
Game 4, and anything can happen after that, as they just need to win this one here. But it's going to be hard whenever you have Kratos air dribbling towards you with a flip reset, faked under 1. A great 50 there, though, from Divine, who has stepped up insanely huge this game. Dr. Brown was looking for the pass, couldn't get the shot on target. Kratos one touch, trying to get a follow-up. Divine's going to get it around him, though, as now Sleazily with a pass midfield. Oh, Cynical had that one read, had that one answered for, but Dr. Brown with a great touch. Kratos didn't get the touch off the back wall, which is almost routine for him, but not that time as Cynical. Able to get the beat on Divine, but no boost left to work with. Does grab the corner. Able to get the pass mid. Lucian, he's a half-field shooter, and he's going to hit that one high off the ceiling. Sleazily drops that ball down to Dr. Brown. Dr. Brown back over to Sleazily, but it's going to be Cynical with an opportunity now. Off the back wall, he had the read, but there was a Sleazily man in the way. So now Sleazily able to get that ball clear. Reapers able to hold on even longer. Divine jumping from I don't even know where, but with 30 seconds remaining, we might just have an overtime. Unless one of these teams makes a big mistake here. It's Kratos now trying to make that mistake happen. It's going to be Lucian putting it away again. Oh my goodness, when you needed him most, he is there.
Yeah, Lucian stepped up big. Kratos just throws this one across, and 2 players from the Reapers, they cannot connect with it. Too much pace across from Kratos. And now 23 seconds. The Reapers going to need something good here on the kickoff.
Going to need something great. A miracle, even. As after what I saw in game 1, if them being in the spot in game 3 is already a miracle enough, in my opinion. They have done such a great job of battling back, but they're not satisfied with that. They want a goal, and they want it now. Dr. Brown, 7 seconds remaining. Able to get a great pass. Oh my goodness, if he didn't get that last touch, I think it could have been a great goal. But instead, that ball is just going to hang around a little bit longer. Sleazily able to keep it alive. Trying to find a pass, but his shooter got demoed. Divine able to keep it up. Divine looking for a pass out, and it hits the ground. And after a huge step-up performance from Divine, that touch, he's going to remember it. But in the end, what a great series. But I think Reapers, they showed another level. And Rockerman, all I'm saying is, if they're playing like that, they're beating a lot of teams, just not this Pinnacle team.
Yeah, no, Pinnacle, they just, in this matchup here, just looked like the better team overall, from start to finish. Just looked better. But I mean, Reapers, we saw the flashes of life. There's a reason why this expansion team is still has 3 wins, that 3-3 record, still sitting at 500 for the season. They looked like a solid team. They were just, it just didn't seem like they were quite a match for this Pinnacle team. Obviously one of the best in the Titan League thus far, improving to 5-1. But I do applaud them, Flip, because that first game, a lot of teams would have just folded, and the rest of the series would have just been blowout all the way into the sweep there. But those last 2 games, they made them really close.
Yeah, and again, this is without their highest salary player. So, take it with a grain of salt if you're a Pinnacle. You might have swept them. You might have put up 12 goals, but it could have been a different story with a different roster. But that is, that's neither here nor there. That's not the world we live in anymore, Rockerman. They dominated this series, and they deserve their win. You can only play who's in front of you, and, well, they dominated who was in front of them. And congratulations to Pinnacle. And congratulations, Rockman. You have a great Titan team. You did well drafting. I don't know if you got gifted the number 1 pick or whatever that was, but
No.
somehow you got Kratos again.
We
You know.
got robbed of the number 1 pick flip.
Oh,
We
okay,
because
okay. I'm
because
so sorry.
because of the expansion. We had the worst record in Titan League last season. We would have been number 1, but then the draft lottery came through, and then we had to make some moves. So we had to do a
Mhm.
little dealing to get the number 1 pick.
Okay.
But we knew who we wanted. You know, at the start before the lottery, we're like, you know, Kratos. We're like, they wanted Kratos. Lucian and Cynical, they
Yeah.
messaged me like, get Kratos, and I was like, all right, we'll make it happen. And then we got him, and so far so good right now. You know, 5-1, top of the Titan League. You know, I'm very happy with how they're performing, and you know, looking well so far.
Looking well so far, and I don't know if it's gonna slow down anytime soon, Rockerman. I can't say it will, but you know what? We still got some more great games to go over. Next, we're headed over to my org. Even though I'm not AGM anymore, shout out Dr. Shadow. But we're going down to the Novice League. So obviously, Titan League and Novice League, very similar leagues, skill level wise and entertainment value wise. So I'm expecting great things. Maybe 13 goals this time, coming out from the Novice League. I don't know, but Rocketman, we got Frost Kiwis in this next one. It's going to be a great matchup. Definitely going to want everyone to stick around for that one. I know I'm going to be watching it because those are my boys.
Yeah,
Can't not watch them. Those are my boys.
yeah. No, I think it's gonna be a good matchup, a spicy matchup. I mean, two of the top teams in the novice league, both of them are undefeated. Flip, so battle of undefeated. Someone's gonna be going home with their first loss of the season. So it's definitely gonna be exciting. And I know Dr. Shadow gonna have his eyes peeled on that one. Again, shout out to him. Gifting some subs earlier, 5 gifted. And then also gifting the flip as well. He felt bad. He's like, all right, we'll give him a pity sub.
It was not pity. It was a fair deal.
Oh, okay.
I completed his Pokedex in Pokemon Legends EA, not sponsored.
Okay,
And
okay.
so yeah. So you're welcome, Shadow, and thank you, Shadow.
Hey, well, you know what? Fair enough. You know, a deal's a deal. So we'll allow it, I guess. But yeah, no, that one should be an exciting matchup coming up. I'm gonna be back in the booth with Ventus for that one. Two of the top teams. It's good to see Frost back in the novice league. Obviously, they've been a staple. I know Dan's excited to see his novice team, making a return for season 13. So yeah, it's gonna be an exciting one. Flip. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, and we will be back in about 10 minutes or so with that matchup. So definitely stick around, guys. But thank you guys for watching this insane Titan game. We almost broke a record. Rockerman, thanks for having me in the booth. It was a blast, but I gotta go win my rival game. So we'll catch you guys later. Deuces.
I don't want to lose it all. Everybody and their mother say we ain't good for each other, but we ain't good for anyone else. Now I know that we're through, but you're everything that I knew, and I can't live without you, cause I can't live with myself. You're the reason I quit drinking, you're the reason I get drunk. Everybody's thinking I should give you up, but I don't. You want me to forget you, but I won't. Now you left me sitting, skipping stones. I should probably hate you, but I don't. I know that we're over, but tonight I hope you're sober, cause you always go dancing when you drink. And it doesn't feel right if I'm not that guy to be the one to sweep you off your feet. You're the reason I quit smoking, the reason I get high. Everybody's thinking I should say goodbye, but I don't. You want me to forget you, but I won't. And now you left me sitting, skipping stones. I should probably hate you, but I don't. But I don't. You want me to forget you, but I won't. Now you left me saying probably don't. I should probably hate you, but I don't. But I don't. You want me to forget you, but I won't. Now you left me sitting, skipping stones. I should probably hate you, but I don't.
early. He puts it in. 0 seconds remaining.
Both teams gonna be fighting hard for it.
Oh my goodness, Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. There's Heck. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. On the backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
This series, hold on. Surely this kid. Oh my lord.
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, Palpatine on the goal line. He did not win.
Nearly over.
Sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions. Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our next matchup of the night as we're diving down in the good old Novice League here. We got Frost taking on Kiwis. I'm Rockerman in the booth, joined by the one and only Ventus. Ventus, how are you doing tonight?
You know, I'm doing pretty good. I wasn't able to cast the 8 o'clock game, but I had my own series to play for Titan. We ended up winning, so I'm super happy about that one. But I mean, I'm super excited for this matchup specifically because I mean they're both undefeated teams. Kiwis kind of a brand new roster. I know a lot of those players. Beard is actually on Frost now, but a lot of those players are not the same that they were last season with the team that went all the way to the grand finals. But I mean, it should be a really good series. Both these teams have shown that they can dominate the Novice League, and I mean, these teams barely give up any games either. Frost gave 1 game up in their entire 3 series. And then Kiwis gave up 4, so maybe going a little bit more the distance, but still pretty dominant. I mean, the real difference here is who's going to separate themselves among the gods, you know? Who's really going to make a name for himself?
Right, yeah, this is an important matchup. It's early on in the season. These two are cross-conference. It's a little weird to think about in the Novice League with Frost normally being in that Eastern Conference, but they're in the West for Novice League this season. So this is a battle between, conference leaders here in this one. And, you want to make you want to try to make that run, try to make that perfect season. And, this is a first good test for these two teams here, as it looks like we got everyone all in the lobby, all ready to go here. So Ventus, I will throw it over to you. Who do you got here taking this one for a prediction? Who's gonna break the undefeated streak here?
You know, it's tough, but there's 2 players that I'm really looking at, and it's Beard from Frost and Royalty from the Kiwis. I think both those guys are doing so well in the Novice League. I think they're phenomenal players. I think just because I had Beard in my fantasy last season for Nemesis, and I know he's such a great player, he's still in Novice, I'm going to go with Frost. I think it's going to be close, but I got to give it to the Frost.
Yeah, no, it is interesting, when you had to play against one of your former teams here, especially one, last season the Kiwis, were such a good team, made it all the way to the grand finals, with Beard on the roster here and Royalty. So a battle of former teammates last season, Beard and Royalty going at it here, see who's still got it. And, I know I've never had to experience that, Ventus. Being a GM, I always have to stay within my org. But I'm sure you've probably seen it a couple of times, like playing against your former team. What's that kind of like to have to play against former teammates?
I mean, honestly, it's pretty fun because you build some rapport with them. The most common, or the most fun that I ever have is when I play Nebula. Oh, it looks like Royalty going to open up the scoring here with Jolly Rogers. Very early on, a good read off that ceiling. Getting the beat on Beard, actually. Joe Mama not able to read that one. But I think playing Nebula, I was a former GM way back in the day, but I've played with Zin and Denzi so much. I played with them for multiple seasons, and just getting to play them all the time, and it's just super fun, because I know the guys. I play with them outside of Nemesis. I play with them in Ranked, and it's just a good time. It's kind of a for bragging rights kind of thing, but no one takes it too seriously.
Yeah, you gotta love the bragging rights here for sure. Here's right now Royalty gonna be the one with the early bragging rights here, as the Kiwis here are gonna strike first, but Frost is trying to make something happen. That one is gonna be sent a long way by Jolly, but only to the corner there. As this one gonna be shot, a nice shot from Royalty, gonna bounce it off the ground there and find the top bins there, and Kiwis strike first, 2 quick goals.
And that's a great shot. It catches Joe Mama perfectly off guard, not able to read it, even though he was close post. He just couldn't cover that one perfectly placed angle, and of course, Royalty finds it, buries it in the back of the net. And I mean, it was off of a great clear from Jolly Rogers. He beat out that third man from Frost very early in that commit. I believe he beat Dart as third man, and it just allowed Kiwis to have so much pressure as there was nobody really back from Frost. They had to rush back, not really be in great positions, and Royalty absolutely capitalizing on it.
Yeah, that's a great one there, and yeah, a lot of these players, well sought after players in the draft here for the season. Is this one Beard not quite gonna be able to put that one on target? He's the #1 overall pick from Novice in this past season, able to almost send that one towards the net there, but still they're gonna try to fire back there. That one just a little bit off. Mr. Kiwi gonna grab that one off the side. A block attempt gonna come through. Not quite gonna find it on target. Looking for the pass. Beautiful pass to infield. Joe Mama is gonna slam it in, but very well played by Frost.
That's a great pass. I mean, it's so unselfish. You completely catch the defense off guard. Royalty expecting him to try to shoot that or to take it along the back wall, plays it there, and leaves so much open space in the midfield, like you said. And Joe Mama just perfectly sitting, waiting for his opportunity to strike, finds a great opening and buries that one. It gives them a little bit of hope as we still have about half the game remaining. And I mean, it's anybody's game now.
Yeah, no, that was a great play right there, especially in the Novice League. That's a lot of times you don't see those passing plays come out in Novice League, but when you do, oh my goodness! And speaking of plays in the Novice League, the Christmas tree is coming through. It may not be December yet, but Jolly Rogers is bringing Christmas a little early.
He's got the spirit, and that's what matters. And I just don't think Dart was really ready for the 50 of the Merc to just absolutely pummel through that Frost defender. And when you're not ready like that, you kind of tend to be prone to make bad decisions. It looks like maybe it feels backflip. He didn't fully intentionally mean to backflip there, and I mean, it's going to cost Frost a goal nonetheless. I mean, great play there from Jolly Rogers. He's kind of been this integral part of the offense so far. I haven't seen too many demos. I've seen a couple, and that's really what he's been known for. But he's been playing really quick to the ball, beating out the third men, getting plenty of beats, and I mean, that obvious shot right there sealed the deal with that play, and he's been playing really good so far.
Yeah, no, we talked about his demos, 2.75 demos per game. But, right there we saw him making his presence known. He's trying to fire another one towards that. It's Royalty this time finding the demo, but not quite going to be able to put it on target there as Dart is trying to make a counterattack. But, yeah, Jolly Rogers and that Merc, well known in Nemesis for that Merc. If you think of a Merc player, you're probably going to think of Jolly Rogers. He's trying to find the read here. He's going to drop it down, and a follow-up attempt comes through. Mystic going to send it in the back of the net, and the Kiwis' offense is rolling here in Game 1.
Yeah, I mean, Royalty he wanted to make the unselfish play. He saw Frost do it. He passes it to Jolly Rogers instead of maybe taking the open net. But, I mean, Jolly Rogers, a great pass, good read off the back wall, and Kiwi able to follow that one up. I mean, just extending the lead further, putting Frost more and more on the back foot. I mean, is it too late to change my prediction at this point? I feel like Kiwis are just looking really good.
Yeah, they really are looking good, but Frost, they're 3-0 for a reason here, so I feel like we can't count them out quite yet. As demo trade in front of the net, they're Jolly trying to finish it off, but Jomama is just gonna kick it off to the side. Beard gonna pop that one up. Royalty gonna find a 50 out in the midfield. This one gonna be sent back in by Beard. Beard looking for something. He's trying to find Mystic. This one towards the net. Mystic gets back to a Dart, trying to get up now. Jolly Rogers just enough to get in the way here. So we're down to the final 35 seconds here of game number 1. The Kiwis in command here. Is this one off the backboard? Looking for the bump attempt, gonna get in the way, but Jolly Rogers gonna help his teammate out here as he's trying to kick it back, shooting it towards the net. The ball is dropping. Beard gonna come through and make the save here, but no one is gonna be back to save this one. Mystic sends another one in, and the Kiwis gonna seal the deal in game 1.
I mean, another good bump there by Jolly Rogers. Something that we were talking about this a little bit before the game that isn't really valued that much is the demo plays, the bumps coming out, and it just adds so much to an offense, being able to throw the defenders off their balance, not being able to make plays that they normally would be able to because they have somebody breathing down their neck. And I mean, you don't get points for that. Jolly didn't get. I mean, he did get an assist. I'll take that back. But usually, you don't necessarily get an assist or credit for those kind of plays, and it's just that kind of unselfish behavior from Jolly Rogers. He does get MVP with this game, and Kiwis take game number 1. I mean, rocking the Christmas car. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, and that's a great point, Ventus. I know you mentioned we talked about it, but yeah, a lot of times, to really, see success as a team, you have to have, players that are unselfish and, sometimes going for those demos, going for those bumps, setting up your teammates is a very, very good key to success there. And, we could see it right there, 3 assists from the Kiwis in game number 1. So really finding each other, really finding those bumps, finding those passes, and a great performance from them all together. And then on the other end, maybe we can talk a little bit about Frost here because they got to try to bring it back here. Only 4 shots in that game number 1 event is. How do you think they can respond into game number 2 to try to bring this one back?
I feel like their defense was really shaky throughout this game. I think that maybe it's stream nerves. Maybe it's just not good communication. I feel like we've seen a couple double commits. We've seen them giving the ball away a lot on defense, and they haven't really been able to break out and show off this strong offense that they do have. And so I feel like they need to just clean up their rotations a little bit, especially on defense, cut down on the double commits, and just try to maintain possession of the ball even when they're clearing it. And maybe they're just going to come out and score more than the opponent. I really have no clue what could happen in this novice league. It looks like Dart was going for a bump attempt. Beard gets the beat on 1. Maybe Royalty was just a misflip back onto the back line. And Joe Mama gets a nice, easy free goal, kickoff goal early, but nonetheless, it helps break that momentum that the Kiwis have accumulated.
Yeah, that's a really good start right there. I mean, if you said, hey, Frost, what do you need in this next game? How about a quick early goal there as they're able to find it in the back of the net there, and they're looking for more. Is this one just floating? But no one quite ready for that one as Jolly is just going to bang it down to the other end here. Just trying to stick with this one, making it a little awkward. He's going to pop it by 1, looking for the follow. Big 50 going to come through from Dart. This ball still in the corner. Dart now going to take control. Going to flick it by 1, looking for a second. The ball is going to come across. Could be a big shot opportunity here for Beard. He's getting that high, but Mystic is going to find the pre-jump, but it's still floating. Here comes a turnaround. The shot again denied by Mystic, and that is some great defense right there, Ventus.
Yeah, absolutely diabolical, especially, just breaking that momentum. I talked about the momentum Frost got off of scoring the kickoff goal, and it looked like they might have been able to add on to it, but Mystic absolutely shutting the door on that one. They haven't really been able to break out of their half yet. Frost has had a lot of pressure still as Beard looking for a double tap off the ceiling. A triple commit actually comes out. This probably is going to be dangerous, but looks like Joe Mama not really a great touch. And unfortunately for Frost, that just series of saves coming out from Mystic absolutely tarnished their offense, and now it really forced them onto the back foot just like that. Mystic coming from defense to the offensive side of the ball, putting that one in the back of the net. A great read off the 50 from Jolly Rogers, and Kiwis tie the game up.
Yeah, the Kiwis are going to tie it up, and I think it goes back to that triple commit by Kiwis actually earlier, Ventus, when it seemed like Frost should have had a shot on an open net. They weren't quite ready, and the ball ends up going back in their zone, and then the Kiwis able to counterattack after that. So, again, got to make the most of your opportunities as the Kiwis are going to just somehow, some way get it through the defense. How did that ball get past those guys?
I think it was just a bump there by Jolly Rogers. Once again, the unseen. I think who is that third man? I can't remember who the third man was, but it looked like a fake came out from Mystic, faking out Joe Mama as the third man. And when you have to cover the net on a potential shot, you have to play the fast shot no matter what, and then try to recover into saving the slow play. I can't really blame Joe Mama for that play, as he kind of was just forced in that spot by a great bump by Jolly Rogers, and Beard looking for an air dribble over Jolly Rogers. But man, this guy is having a phenomenal series so far. Jolly Rogers absolutely clinical now on both sides of the ball. He's been doing so much for the offense, and then has also made a couple great saves already. He's definitely stepped up big. Somebody who I didn't necessarily think of much going into the series. I know he's a good player, and I know he's a super veteran presence, but he's kind of been the standout player on this team, if I say so.
Yeah, no, definitely. And
not sure how many people, I mean, we all know him as a Nemesis veteran, Jolly Rogers there. Not sure how he was gonna perform here. Going up against another player, an MVP and Beard last season. Probably two of the most iconic Nemesis Novice League players in recent memory here. These two, and right now it's Jolly Rogers who's again the best of things in this one, as the Kiwis find themselves up 2-1 here with just about 2 minutes remaining. But Frost trying to answer back. A big 50 gonna come through. Beard gonna get that touch back. Joe Mama off the backboard. Is there a follow-up? Miss comes through, but Jolly gonna help out his teammate as Frost trying to start something to get back on the offensive end. Dart trying to get us underneath one. A big 50 there. Mystic is gonna get over the top, and a miss comes through from Beard. Can't quite get that on target. Joe Mama, no boost to work with. Trying to defend the entire net. The ball's just gonna roll across dangerously, but no one from the Kiwis quite ready for that fast-paced shot. As another pass attempt is going to come out by one. Going to try to flick it over the top of another. Going to get the bump there, but Jolly Rogers again on the back end there. Going to make the save. And, again, we talked a lot about him here so far, Ventus, but it just seems like at the last-ditch effort here, when you need to save, Jolly Rogers is right there on the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely been the player to watch this series. Hopefully he'll be able to continue. But I'm really looking for Beard to kind of step it up. I feel like he's had a very quiet first couple games here. Hasn't really done too much. He had that one air dribble that was almost a goal that Jolly Rogers had to make the save for. But besides that, I haven't felt like he's been super dominant. And, I mean, he wasn't a part of that play. But it was a good play from Frost. It looked like Beard was actually pre-jumping the pass. Not able to read that one. Joe Mama getting a good beat, though. Frost tying it up, but I really need Beard to step it up if Frost want to win this series.
Yeah, no, and that one, a good one there by Joe Mama, just waiting across for that one, hitting the bounce shot, able to tie it up here. And now with 50 seconds left in game number 2, Frost looking to try to find one more goal to tie the series up. The ball's across the midfield. Royalty is going to push it out. Mystic going to find that touch, but a good win by Dart. Going to send up high. Double commit there. A big double commit from the Kiwis. Can Frost capitalize? This one popping up high. Opportunity again off the backboard. Joe trying to come through, but a nice touch again by the Kiwis defense. Is now looking to transition into offense, but Beard is going to pop it up high. Mystic is already up for that one. Going to block that one. A good pre-jump there. It's Jolly. He's going to beat it by one. Dart holding on to this one. Jolly just making him awkward there, making him use his boost, making him give away this possession. As the Kiwis able to keep it in. Final 10 seconds of regulation. Beard trying to get it out. Gonna get it by one. Gonna scoop it past a second. Is there a follow? Royalty. He pushes it away to the side. Can anyone get to it? The ball actually, Jolly, he's gonna keep it up. Can he do something here? He's gonna try to pop it again. Frost trying to put it down. And we are gonna have our first overtime of this Novice League matchup.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a couple moments from Beard there. This might be one if Beard can recover onto this ball. No, he cannot. But, I mean, both teams honestly playing pretty solid. I still think there's a lot of room for Frost to grow, especially on the offensive side of the ball. They've had a lot of the shots. They're out shooting 10-4 right now, which is something the inverse that we saw last game with the Kiwis. Kiwis kind of on the back foot most of this game, but it hasn't really phased them. Both teams playing pretty strong, but it seems like in opposite roles.
Yeah, and right now, it's a big game here for Frost. Battle of the undefeateds here, and Frost, you don't want to try to reverse sweep, your undefeated counterpart here. So gonna need a big showing here in this overtime, as this ball's just kind of floating. No one from Frost wanted to touch this ball. A big dunk comes through, but it was a double commit. Joe Mama off to the side. Beard gonna try to take this ball. He's gonna have to try to take it across the pitch. Gonna get it by one, but he's gonna be smacked away from that one on his air dribble attempt again. Blue Steel comes through. Dart looking to take control. Jolly gonna pop this one up high. The ball is right floating in the midfield, but a great save. Joe Mama just able to block that one away as he's clearing this one out. Looking to stay with it, looking to pass it across, but Jolly is gonna find that block once again. Beard now gonna put it by one. A demo comes through by Joe Mama. He's looking for a second there. Can't quite find it as Mystic just looking to stay with this ball. Ball's floating up high. Jolly, not a lot of boost, but he is going to find the clear momentarily. Beard popping it up, looking for a teammate, but nobody wanted to go for that one. As Royalty sends it high off the backboard. Follow-up attempt, going to get it by just Mystic back there, looking for the touch again. Is Dart not quite able to find it, though. As this ball again sends to the corner. Jolly looking for the block on Beard. He's going to find it. And this one sent down by Jolly, looking for a redirect attempt. Dart gonna find the block. Here comes Royalty, looking to send it towards the net, but good backboard defense there. by Joe Mama, able to clear it away, and 2 minutes gone by here in overtime, Ventus, and neither team really able to put too many threatening shots on net.
And this one might be threatening as Beard almost got the shot. I think that both teams are kind of panicked right now. I feel like we've seen a bunch of double commits come out from both sides. Frost a lot on the defensive side and Kiwis a lot on the offensive side. This is also dangerous as it dropped right into the middle, but it might actually be a counterattack opportunity. Mystic gonna get demoed. I can't see either team coming out on top right now. I feel like they're both kind of just playing the patient waiting game. Not too many great opportunities, but not super bad ones either. They're just kind of biding their time, waiting for that one glaring mistake to come out from either team, and then they're gonna pounce.
Beard trying to pounce right here on this double commit. The ball dropping down. Joe Mama with an opportunity, but it's going to be denied away. Dart going to have to corral this ball. It's going to pop it up high. Mystic, not a lot of boost, but Royalty finds a big demo. It's got to be up to Joe Mama. He's going to find the 50. The ball floating. Can't quite get the pinch there, but Beard does get the clear out. Going to try to hook this one off the wall. Going to look for the double tap, and he's going to find it off the backboard. A great play from Beard. And Frost are going to tie the series up.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I asked for out of Frost. We needed Beard to step up. We needed Beard to kind of make a play there. And he does just that just when I ask him to. I mean, he must be listening to the stream because I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, a good game win for the Frost. A much needed one. You do, as you said, you do not want to go down 2 games to an undefeated team, even though you are one yourself. It makes the series just immensely more difficult. And, I mean, Frost had the pressure. They had 6 more shots than the Kiwis, and it seemed like Mystic was the only one really able to generate any shot opportunities for the Kiwis. It seems like Royalty kind of took a step back as well. And I'm really interested to see how this series is going to turn out. Neither of these teams necessarily look very one-sided. Like, both these teams are very much still in it. Neither team has the complete edge over the other one, I'd say. It all just comes down to who makes less mistakes, who capitalizes on those mistakes, and who kind of makes the good plays.
Yeah, no, and I mean, Frost 11-5 in that shot department in this last game. I mean, they performed pretty well. We wanted to see them come back there, in that game, and squeaking out that overtime win here. Going to put themselves right back in this series as we got ourselves a close one. We all love some good words. We all love to see or love to hear. Guaranteed Forbidden Temple is what we love to hear here, as we'll be going to game 4 for sure here. But we got to get to game number 3 here, as Frost is trying to start out on the offense. But that one is going to be sent the long way. Mystic going to look for a dunk, but the free jump not going to be successful that time, as Beard is going to send it a long way. Royalty, they look to take this one. They're going to find a one touch. Shamama going to try to find a 50. Royalty going to get it by 1. This ball popping up. Jolly, he's coming through. Going to throw this one off the back. We're looking for another one. He's going to get it by 2. The ball is right there. The ball is still there. It's up. It's dangerous. Royalty trying to finish it off, but no, can't quite put it on target. And that one is maybe one they're going to want back.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just Royalty was low boost. Kind of had to get an awkward angle off the backboard. I really thought once Frost had that double commit on defense where they 50'd the ball into each other, that was going to lead to a goal, as that one almost led to a goal there. And Dart having to make a diving save. I mean, Kiwis, Frost still in it. I mean, once again, the roles are completely reversed. It feels like Kiwis has all the pressure. Frost just trying to hang on as much as possible. This is like game 1 all over again. Frost really going to have to clean up this defense, especially those double commits. On the defensive side of the ball is, I think, another double commit just came out by Beard and Joe Mama. It's really going to have to... They're going to have to settle in on defense if they want to be able to win this series, because they are having to stay on defense for these extended periods of time, and that's never a recipe for success.
No, that's always a tough time. You want to make sure you're getting that offense, you're the one putting on the offense. As a big pinch going to come across here, and Frost might have an opportunity. Royalty is going to stay alive there in the net, but maybe not for long. There is a big demo comes out. Is this one floating towards the net, but could be blocked off. Beard trying to get a scoop there, looking for maybe a bump on the way out, but now it's just Dart, not a lot of boost. He's gonna get it by 1, gonna pick up that mid, looking to get it by Mystic, trying to drop it down. Dart again, this one floating in front of that. It's free bees, as Joe Mama is gonna come in and get the first goal here for Frost.
Yeah, It's a really good 50. But a double commit coming out from the Kiwis, Jolly Rogers and Mystic double committing. Third man gets demoed by Joe Mama, and he gets the goal. A good play from Frost. You know, I talked about Frost double commits on defense earlier, and it seems like Kiwis are also having a very similar problem with trying to maintain the pressure on defense that Frost has been accumulating. They start to just show cracks. They start to do these double commits. They start to double commit with low boost, especially. It throws them out of position and allows Frost to have these good opportunities like Joe Mama just had. And, I mean, they're very detrimental. It looks like Jolly Rogers absolutely snipes the bottom left corner, finds a hole between almost 3 defenders, and immediately removes whatever I just had to say out of my mouth because the Kiwis just came back and scored.
Yeah, I mean, that one just perfectly placed right behind Beard. He wasn't quite ready, and you're exactly right, Ventus. He sniped that bottom left corner, and the Kiwis have once again tied things up here as they are going to put this game at a 1-1 affair here with 2:08 remaining. This ball is sent back towards the net. It's very awkward. It's very dangerous, but Mystic just there to get in time to push that one off. Almost a unforced error there, as now the Kiwis gonna look to try to take this one out. Ball off the wall. Gonna be by 1 Beard. Gonna be by 2. Can he find a third touch? No, Jolly Rogers gonna get that one. This ball popped up, but a big double commit there by Frost. Can they get back to it? Royalty is up. Joe Mama is up, but the ball is down and in the net there for Jolly Rogers.
I mean, it's just a great clear from Jolly Rogers. It looks like Dart kind of just gave the ball away as third man. Maybe a little bit of an overzealous commit, especially when Beard and Joe Mama had not fully rotated back yet. They try to make the diving save. Maybe they're also trying to read the shot coming out from Royalty. The shot doesn't end up coming through. The goal is a goal either way. The defense wasn't able to stop it. Jolly Rogers gets himself another goal for the series. It's his second of the game. And, I mean, he's just done everything. I mean, some games he's assisting, being the playmaker, having 3 assists. Some days he's having the savior medal, getting 3 saves. This one, it looks like he's trying to go for a hat trick and get 3 goals. He's just trying to do the trifecta.
Yeah, you love to see it in a very well-rounded player here. And, you know, we mentioned him. He's a long-time novice veteran here in Nemesis. You know, he's been around. When you think of the novice league, you're going to think of Jolly Rogers. You're going to think of that Merc here. And, you know, people are going to start remembering him here this season as he's had a great performance thus far, but to see if him and the Kiwis can seal the deal. Joe Mama is off the back. We're going to find that double tap there, but not quite on target. And this one is going to still stay in the Kiwis' end. Ball pushed down the midfield. Jolly can't find the touch, but Royalty will do so as it's sent back down. Joe Mama can look to take control. Going to find that 50. The ball out of the midfield. 2 players from the Kiwis dive, but this one, Dart, going to try to take it down. Going to pop it up. Going to get it almost around 1, but Royalty, a great challenge. It would have beat the pressure there. So we're down to the final 30 seconds here of game 3. The ball sent towards an end. Mystic dropping it down. Royalty, good follow up there. Able to be ready for that touch as Dart gonna look to try to turn it. Gonna get it by 1, but can't quite get it by 2 here. As it's back down in the end here. It could be a big opportunity. And oh no, it's gonna pinch off the teammates. It's gonna head in the back of the net. Complete calamity here as the Kiwis take a 2-goal lead.
Absolute disaster class coming out. Beard is nuts. Unfortunately, just on the wrong net, able to kind of dunk his own teammate, putting that one in the back of the net. This is never one you want to see, especially with a close game. They're only down by 1, but looks like Kiwis are going to end up taking this series. And, I mean, it's just so sad. I feel like Frost had a lot of good opportunities. They looked pretty good on offense, but they just make about 1 or 2 rotational mistakes, especially on offense, where they just allow Kiwis to break all the pressure down and have a good counterattack. And it just leads to so much detrimental activity. And Kiwis have gotten pretty much all of their goals from that kind of play, where Frost has broken down on offense, allowed a counterattack, and either gets scored on from the long ball, gets scored on shortly thereafter. It just seems like a very common trend.
Yeah, it does there. And I mean, the Kiwis, they just did what they had to do there, Ventus, to try to bring that one back. And, you know, a good performance on them to make it happen and give themselves the lead here heading into game number 4. And as we move into this game number 4, Ventus, I got to ask you, what do you need to see from Frost to try to bring this one back, to try to send us to our all-loving game number 5?
I said it once. It's really those defensive rotations. I feel well, and their offensive rotations. They commit their third man up really hard, and then it allows the defense to be in all sorts of shambles because they are having to cover for that third man early commit. So maybe it's just they need to leave their third man on offense back a little more so that they're able to just play the booming clears, not overcommit as their third man, and kind of reset their offense. And so they don't make these very risky challenges. It might make their offense more complete. It might make it so there's less defensive mishaps that they're having to scramble back on defense due to those rotational issues. I think just once you clean up a couple of those things, that it should work itself out, but almost does not. There is a great save having to come out multiple times, and I mean another double commit in the midfield. It looks like Mystic trying to shoot this one, but not going to be able to do so. I think it's definitely got to be double commits. I've already seen two. I solidify my answer.
Yeah, the double commits, they can be deadly here, but Dart is trying to make a deadly shot on net here. Beard trying to find a follow off the backboard. Is there a follow? There's Show Mama. He's going to place it in. And there you go. If you're a Frost fan, finding that good offense.
Yeah, I mean that's a great shot there from Joe Mama. It looks like Beard might have been able to shoot that one on target. Both players from Kiwis kind of playing that touch, and I mean that's the kind of caliber player that Beard is, commanding the respect of all those players. That he is one of the best in the Novice League. I mean, he won Novice MVP last season for a reason. He hasn't really shown up too much this game. I mean, that was one of the moments that he could have, but I just think, like, name brand alone, he's up there for, a lot of people just respect that he can get these kind of touches. When he doesn't, it doesn't work out, and they're kind of just so focused on playing that touch that they don't react in time. But, I mean, Kiwis, they're playing pretty well. I think that they had a very bad double commit there, which is why Frost was able to score. They double committed on the backboard, and it allowed Frost kind of the open net. I think that it's really going to come down to who double commits less, who has stronger rotations, especially on defense, and I think that's going to be the decider.
Oh, is this one is going to ring off the poster? Jolly can't find the touch. The follow-up attempt from Mystic. Watch out from behind there, Show Mama. Felt that one tickle over the top of his car right there as Jolly Rogers was about to take him off the pitch, but fortunately going to make that save there, keep his team in a 1-goal lead as they try to force game number 5. This one can be sent off the corner, going to be by 2. Looking for another touch off the wall. Dangerous ball. Jolly, he does find a touch, but Joe Mama is coming back there. This ball floating up high. Beard is going to find a touch. Not quite on target, but a follow-up attempt is going to be sent on towards the net there. But a good save there. Royalty able to push it off to the side as Dart is taking some control. Going to try to flick it by that one off the ceiling. Dropping down, and Joe Mama coming through. And Ventus, it seems like every time we get this offensive play style here, Joe Mama coming through with these goals.
He's heating up. He's been able to start placing these shots really well. Both those goals were placed almost perfectly. I mean, that one just a little bit off the top corner, but I mean, you can't get much better than that. A great shot nonetheless. A good pass from Dart, able to kind of take possession in the corner, slow the play down, force the defense into an awkward spot, and then makes his play. He uses the flip, gets the 50 through that defender on the Kiwis, and is able to make a really good pass. I think that this is what the Frost roster really thrives on. I hope for the Kiwis' sake that they aren't able to keep that going, because they can become really dangerous. But the same thing with the Kiwis, right? If Jolly Rogers gets a couple of these demos in the backfield, they can be so dangerous. Is that one almost a dangerous opportunity? Mystic trying to get a bump as well. But I mean, both these teams just have such dangerous activity that they can put together on offense. It really just comes down to who can play better defense.
Yeah, it is going to come down to this defense here. As for Frost here, they can lock down their defense here for the last minute 50. They'll be forcing it to a game 5. The Kiwis just trying to turn their defense into some offense here as some harassment is going on both sides of the pitch there. Demo on to the Kiwis, going to force Royalty, try to get up for this one, but it's dropping right down. The double commit in the midfield. Beard can't find that touch. The Kiwis could have a counterattack opportunity. Royalty just going to fire that one away, forcing Beard onto that one as Mystic coming through. Bumps coming around, and the shot going to be almost put on net there. It's still in front of the net, but Frost, they somehow get that one away. It was a very close opportunity. Ventus, I thought for sure that one was going to go in, but the defense of Frost, they hold on.
You know what? That's the one situation where I'm okay with double committing. If it is going in your net, I'll allow it. You guys you were getting bumped constantly. You were very spread thin. A great couple bumps coming out for the Kiwis as well, really making that shot even more threatening. And I mean, it's just a good save from the Frost. They were able to keep their heads above water, weren't succumbing to the pressure that this Kiwis roster was able to generate. And I think that's the first time really that they've been able to do so. I can't remember a time where they've been on the back foot so heavily and didn't get scored on. And I think that's a good statement for Frost going into a potential Game 5, is they've been able to hold Kiwis scoreless so far. And, I say that, but I'm probably about to cast a curse because I always do that. Oh, I thought it was going to be right there. But, I mean, overall, both teams playing pretty solid. The Kiwis maybe have to clean up a little bit more if they want to win this Game 5.
Yeah, they're looking like we're going to be heading there as we're down to the final 10 seconds. Kiwis need a goal with at least time on the clock. They are going to send it down here back into the Frost end, but as that one is pushed out and off to the side here, it is going to do it. They are almost going to find one more for the road. Maybe a moral victory there, knowing that one was going to go in. But we do have the Game 5 Ventus, a battle between the two undefeated teams here in the Novice League. One of them is going to go to 4-0. One of them is going to find the first blemish on their perfect record here. And I mean, all in all, I mean, these two teams have been trading blows. It's not a reverse sweep attempt. It's just a hard fought close series right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm surprised Kiwis didn't end up scoring at all. They had 7 demos to Frost 2, had a lot of pressure on that Frost half, but they were just barely able to hold on. And I mean, it's going to come down to the wire. I could see it going Game 5. I think that we're going to see big games coming out of Jolly Rogers and Beard. Both those guys have been playing pretty well. Beard, a little bit more quiet. Joe Mama has absolutely stepped it up for this Frost roster, to be honest. He's been able to just snipe corners, top right, bottom left, this entire series. And, I mean, it's going to be a good match, whoever wins, it's going to be close, and it's going to be really good.
Well, here we go. Battle of the undefeateds here. We're heading to game number 5 here on Champions Field. Frost in the blue, Kiwis in the green, both doing a battle here. Games have been traded back and forth all series long, with Frost just taking that last one, able to send us here. We'll see who's going to start out with that first goal. It's this one off to the side, blocked up by Mystic. It's Shomama. He's going to send this one down, trying to find it towards the net. He's going to shoot it on net, but that one, oh my goodness, on the post there. It's going to be saved away. What a great save there to deny that one away early, Ventus.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, with how well Joe Mama has shot, I thought that one was just perfectly placed in the net. And it was, but Royalty had something to say about that. He absolutely perfectly put that off the post. Great save. Good job for the Kiwis, not able to crack early, not allowing Frost to get an early goal, as this one might be a goal for Jolly Rogers, as almost takes it all the way by himself. Both these teams trading blows early, as this one is close. Beard making a beautiful save once again. I mean, I could see this going either way, as I said earlier. My mind has not changed yet.
That one was almost an attempt, some more demo antics on the back end. Is a nice touch come down from Beard. Dart coming through. Is Joe Mama the shooter ready? Not quite. That one going to be pushed out a little bit too far. We're going to remain scoreless here in Game 5. Beard looking to set this one up. Jolly just barely able to get up to that one. As Joe Mama pops it up again here. Ball off to the side. Beard dropping it out to Dart. Down to Joe Mama. Oh my goodness. A 1-2-3 masterclass to open the scoring.
I mean, that's a great pass from Dart to Joe Mama perfectly. I mean, it's weak enough to where it bounces right before he takes the shot so he can get a bunch of power. It's 90 degrees. They're not able to get out of net to catch up to that pass. They have to expect the shot to come out, but Beard getting a flick over Jolly Rogers on the kickoff, and that one gonna give a 2-0 lead. I mean, laying on the compliments for Frost. Another great play, and I mean, it's not looking good for the Kiwis.
Oh, a nice play off the kickoff there from Beard, able to flick it over the defense. You know, we wanted to see him step up, and he's going to find a great solo play in here in Game 5, trying to win his team this game and this series, as now the Kiwis got to find a way to get back on the offense as they find themselves in a position they haven't been yet in the season. Nearly going to be a loser for the first time in season 13. Is still have 2 minutes 50 seconds remaining here in game 5. Kiwis looking to go on the attack. Jolly Rogers, that one going to be pinched out a long way by Dart. Dart is getting hunted. This ball is going to drop down to the midfield. Joe Mama going to try to turn this one around, but a nice touch from Mystic. They're going to block it off with Jolly Rogers. No boost. But is he going to get it by 1? What does he have over the second there? He's actually going to get it over the top. It's going right towards the net. But oh my goodness, what a save. Mystic trying to come through. No, it's going to be put off. Oh no, that was a surefire goal, Ventus.
I mean, such a great bump there by Jolly Rogers. Almost gets it. Dart had an absolutely phenomenal recovery in order to get back in time to make that save. Basically saving the goal from the hands of the Kiwis. Frost keeping their 2-0 lead because of it, and they're actually able to generate a counterattack because all 3 of the members of Kiwis had to push out to try to score since they are down 2-0. And I mean, that might have been the series saver in all honesty.
Oh, it might have been, but Jolly Rogers, he's not done yet here. He's going to take it down the pitch. He said, hey, you deny the first one here. Try to save this one. And he puts it over the top of Beard and Dirt and puts it in the back of the net. 1:56 remaining here. And the Kiwis find themselves now down by 1. Anything can happen here as this ball is popped up. Here comes Jolly Rogers trying to find it, and he will. Top left, Jolly. Merry Christmas.
You know what? Frost gets a kickoff goal. Kiwis gets a kickoff goal. It's only fair. Jolly Rogers had an absolutely brilliant shot. Beautifully read off the sidewall. Perfectly placed top left. Nobody's saving that one. I mean, I talked about Jolly having a big game number 5. Beard also needing to have a big game number 5. Both these players stepping up big time. But that might have been a costly mistake as missing that one. Almost had that shot go on target. I mean, now it's tied 2-2. I said Dart might have had the series saving goal, but now it's tied. Now it's anybody's game once again with just over a minute here. I mean, I really have no clue who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, now this last little bit's going to be so intense. Jolly Rogers, a slow roller. The ball is in front of the net, but they're going to save it away. But a dangerous triple commit here as this ball is sent back in. Jomama is going to push that one out here. The Kiwis now, and they are the ones generating the offense. But Beard trying to break out of it. Going to get it over the top of 1. Royalty. Got to make that touch, and he does. Mystic looking to push it down, trying to find his teammate. This one pops up. Jolly has an opportunity. He's going to send it up high. Beard and Jomama are both up, but they are going to get to the corner for now as Beard is going to find that touch. But oh gosh, that one going to be pinched towards the net there. Fortunately, defense was ready as Jolly Rogers taking it up, going to find a second touch. He's going to look for the bump, but Joe Mama finding a return demo there to kill off the shooter. A great touch there as this one is going to be shot from an insane angle, and it almost finds the back of the net as we're down now to the final 30 seconds. The ball, oh no, it's going to go by the defense. How did that one get through? Mystic is going to give the Kiwis the lead.
That might be the most novice goal I've seen. The slow roller to the back of the net. Dart just not really reading it. I'm not sure if he got like a little lag spike, frame drop. I don't know. Turns absolutely crazily upfield. Not able to get that read. Kiwis getting the lead with just 30 seconds remaining. Going to be very tough for Frost to come back. But that might just be it. Is that one on target? Beard finding the back of the net off of the sidewall touch. And bringing the game back in reach for the Frost. Still 30 seconds remaining, but it's still once again tied.
Wow, what a shot there from Beard, able to step up. His team needed a goal, and they find it, but they're going to need a save here. Oh my goodness, Joe Mama comes through with the save there. Jolly Rogers, he is going to send it off to the corner now. This final 15 seconds of regulation, we're tied at 3 here in Game 5, battle of the undefeated. The ball is out in the midfield. Mystic is going to send it a long way into the Frost corner. The ball's still dangerous. They are going to pitch it out. Joe Mama, what does he have in the tank here? Can he keep it up? The ball is going to touch the ground, and we have overtime here in game number 5 between these two teams. And this one, actually, wait a minute, it's going right towards the net, but it's going to be saved away here. But Ventus, the battle of the undefeateds, is living up to all the hype here as, oh gosh, okay, we're good.
Yeah, I thought that was a goal too for a second. I can't lie. I was so scared for Frost. But this also might be an opportunity. Both teams going back and forth. All 3 members of Frost commit. Joe Mama is going to have to be first back on this one. Triple commit once again comes out from Frost. Just trying to save the ball at all costs, trying to just not allow anything coming out onto their net. And I mean, both these teams have been playing phenomenally. Both teams have what it takes. It seems like it just comes down to who wants it more, who's got more grit, and who has the nerves of steel.
Yeah, who is going to make this play for their team here in Game 5 here? Keep the perfect record alive. This ball is up across the midfield. Demos are raining down on the pitch. It's a war zone here on Champions Field. And both these teams trying to be the one to come out on top. It's a great pass comes through, but it's going to go a little bit high, but the follow-up attempt is going to go off as well. Another great opportunity there for the Kiwis, but now it's Beard. He's taken to the air. Going to find that air dribble. He's found a couple of them this series. As Dart trying to get to that one, but Jolly is going to deny him away the ball. He's off to the side. Joe Mama jumping. Going to pop this one up. Mystic trying to get to it. So is Beard. Beard going to win the race. Jolly Rogers, not a lot of boost, but he is going to find that touch off to the corner. Dart going to get it by 1. Going to get it by 2, but that one a little too fast for a follow-up attempt. But now Joe Mama trying to send that one in. Not quite going to happen this time. Dart going to push it down. Mystic going to find that block. Opportunity here is this one popped up, but no one quite ready from Frost to get to this one. Jolly Rogers is up trying to get to this one. It's going to be blocked away. Joe Mama's going to find that touch. The Kiwis diving back in. The ball is up here trying to find another one, but Beard right before it gets across the goal line, he is going to find that touch. Joe Mama, they're by 2. They've got one more to beat. It's a pass. It's a bump attempt, but darn, he can't put it on. They almost found that one, but not quite meant to be, and now try to survive their counterattack, but 2 minutes gone by here, Ventus. These two teams are trading offensive blows.
Yeah, it seems like anytime there's an early third man commit, it could be the daggers. This one almost the dagger. Once again, Mystic having to make a diving save, recovering from their double commit earlier from the Kiwis. The ball popped out once again. Royalty needing a big clear. But yeah, I mean, both these teams really just duking it out. Neither wants to concede an inch. Both making great saves on defense. Both having immense pressure, but they're not cracking. They're playing so composed. They're not making super egregious errors where they're making really bad double commits, really bad errors. A bunch of demos coming out. This is a back and forth game. This might be the dagger here if Mystic can't get the read. Dart putting off the backboard. This ball high. Double commit comes out. Neither shot coming from Frost. And they are still tied 3 minutes in.
Yeah, 3 minutes gone by here in this game number 5, and neither team giving a one singular inch here. As the ball is back in the Kiwis then. Frost trying to find something here. Jolly Rogers can't find the touch. Jump up here. Mystic is going to block off Joe Mama, but Dart is there. He's sending it towards that. Royalty. He has to get up in reverse there. Able to get up in the air to find that one away as a demo. It's going to open up a little bit of space here with the ball. Is in the midfield. Here comes Jolly Rogers over the top. Joe Mama has to make the touch. Able to send it off to the side here. Follow-up attempt. Ball again off the corner. Dart trying to get up to Royalty. Finds that block. Joe Mama going to send it out, but going to be blocked by Mystic. So able to cut it off. Buy some time on the rotation. Beard air dribbling this one once again. Trying to get it by Royalty, but can't quite. Joe Mama again off the backward. Jolly Rogers backwards. Awkward shot attempt, but it's going to be denied away. The Kiwis defense is holding on strong here in Game 5 OT, but can they hold on to this one? It's one-on-one. It's Dart versus Mystic, and Dart wins the battle and wins the series for Frost.
Didn't have to do me like that. So many heart-wrenching moments, so many goals that are like, oh my god, this is it. And then it wasn't. Saves coming in just in the nick of time. A phenomenal series. I mean, you could not ask for a better series. That was such a good series. I mean, Beard stepping up in game number 5 when it mattered. 10 demos coming out from Frost. Something I did not really expect. They took a page out of the Kiwis book and absolutely just erased every player on the Kiwis defense. And I mean, this was such a close series. I would like to say that I was right, but I mean, it was. I just throwing a little glaze to myself there, but man, this could have gone either way. It's such a. This is. I mean, what a privilege, honestly. a great stream match, overtime, 4-minute overtime, game 5. I mean, amazing.
Yeah, it really is, Ventus. It doesn't get any closer than that. Game 5 OT, Battle of the Undefeated, and it really lived up to all the hype there. And Frost, they are going to be the ones moving to 4-0. Kiwis, unfortunately, going to drop to 3-1. But, you know, I have a feeling that we are going to be seeing these guys a little bit later in the season, you know, what some call the postseason. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of these guys there in the playoffs for season 13. But that is going to wrap it up for this matchup here tonight. Congratulations once again to Frost. But we do have to head to a short break. When we come back here, we are going to be heading to the Challenger League, another battle in the Central League, or the Central Division here for the Challenger League, as it's Orbit taking on Raptors, two of the top teams in Challenger League right now. So make sure you guys stick around, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.
When I'm thinking of her, I'm colored outside the lines. Every shade of blue through my room, right before her eyes. Can't you see I'm bleeding? You see it in black and white. Anybody tell me just why? She's so colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. She's so colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. I hear her whispering about some new guy, and I'm screaming, just trying to give you love. Every word is just ripping me open. I could've gave you so much. When I'm thinking of her, I'm colored outside the lines. Every shade of blue through my room, right before her eyes. Can't you see I'm bleeding? You see it in black and white. Anybody tell me just why? She's so colorblind, colorblind. She's so colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. She's so colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. She's so colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. Standing here on fire for you. Standing there, you say, does anyone smell smoke? Standing here, I'm crying for you, dying, losing all hope. When I'm thinking of her, I'm colored outside the lines. Every shade of blue through my room, right before her eyes. Can't you see I'm bleeding? You see it in black and white. Anybody tell me just why? She's so colorblind, colorblind. She's so colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. She's so colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. She's so colorblind, colorblind, colorblind. Standing here on fire for you. Standing there, you say, does anyone smell smoke? Standing here, I'm crying for you, dying, losing all hope.
He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining!
Both teams gonna be fighting hard for it.
Oh my goodness! Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. Place this heck. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. On the backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Hold on. Surely this kick. Oh my
It's
lord.
still with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, Palpatine on the goal line. He did not
Nearly over.
sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible. The 4-time champions.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Nemesis Gaming League. And I mean, after that amazing, phenomenal matchup in the Novice League, we're back. And this one might also be just as good. We're watching Orbit duking it out with the Raptors. Orbit absolutely dominant so far this season. But before we get into that, I am joined by Chunklight. Chunklight, how are you doing tonight?
Good. It's great to see all the really competitive games we've had tonight. That one, Game 5, with 2 undefeated teams. This one, only 1 loss between these 2 teams.
Yeah, I mean both these teams are so super strong. Unfortunately, they're both in the same division, and a win here from the Raptors could actually put them atop of the central standings, even though Orbit is undefeated. So a big win for both these teams in order to keep the lead in their division, keep their seeding high for the playoffs. I know we're talking about playoffs already. We're about 6 games in now, but I mean both these teams have what it takes to be in that postseason. But before we kick it off and start the matchup, do you got a prediction, Sean? Who do you think's gonna win?
From what I've seen, Orbit has been just pure dominant in the games they've played so far, winning in convincing fashion. So I think they'll continue that tonight on stream, but it will be a tough battle.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Both these teams are very good. It's going to be a hard-fought victory for either side. Orbit obviously coming into this series only dropping 2 individual games. They are undefeated in series record. They are going to have to bring out a strong line up. But the Raptors obviously hungry for a victory. They're going to be looking to do whatever it takes to win. But Critter trying to just settle this one down in the corner. Not able to get a great touch. This one's popped out into the midfield. Squirrel already on that one, clearing it out wide. Divine passing it to the middle, caught off by Bowsy. Camden trying to put this to the corner, but Bowsy's on that one again. Camden getting dunked. Divine, not a great touch. Squirrel off the backboard. Critter first to this ball, not able to get the touch. Allows Raptors to settle back in on defense, but the pressure is not over yet. Camden having to just boom clear it with 0 boost, allowing Orbit to kind of maintain control. Bowsy popping it up to the backboard, trying to get another touch, leaving it for Squirrel in the midfield. A great touch there by JP, allowing pressure to come back for the Raptors. Critter up, getting 50. This ball still in the midfield. Bowsy, great clear, and a demo. This is going to be an open net for Bowsy, and Bowsy going to just walk it in the net, able to open up the scoring, and a great play there for Orbit.
Yeah, they kind of seemed a little shy to have that second man there, and they will be having that in the future after they get punished. Big demo there from Bowsy to really open himself up with the open net and really lead the series for what has been almost all in possession of Orbit so far.
Yeah, they have been opening up strong. They have gotten a lot of pressure. A save came out from Critter, just making sure that one didn't go into the back of the net. But Raptors aren't going to go down willingly. JP tries to get a double pass. Squirrel. This ball almost into the Raptors net as a bump attempt came out. Bowsy popping this one up high. It's still in the midfield. Camden having to clear this one out. Critter, a demo for his efforts. Camden, a good dunk. Bowsy picking this ball up, getting a 50. It's still in the blue half. Critter, another demo. Orbit on an absolute tear, getting all the demos in the world, it seems. Squirrel getting a dunk onto the defender on Raptors, but it is cleared out. Bowsy having to get a touch here, sending it off the backboard. JP pass towards the middle. Camden's there. Camden shot off. His Divine first to this ball, 50 by Squirrel, and it seems like Orbit just got away with murder.
Yeah, they had a really good opportunity there for the Raptors. They had to place the ball well. Fortunately, it just rattles off the crossbar, but we have been seeing this Raptors team get a little more pressure, and we've kind of seen Orbit on the back foot. But we saw that kind of earlier. We saw the opportunity that the Raptors had, and the demo just really cleared it up for the Orbit to counterattack.
Yeah, and these demos from Orbit have definitely been a nuisance to the Raptors, as this one, the ball is popped into the midfield. Critter popping this to the backboard. Divine is there. Divine demoed for his efforts once again, but Camden demoing Squirrel this ball off the backboard. A great read from JP, sending that one out wide. Critter already up, getting one touch, trying to get a second one. Gets a demo once again for his efforts. I mean, the Orbit roster absolutely just tearing through the Raptors. Anytime they're rotating through, it seems like they find a demo, but it has not equated to another goal for Orbit other than that Bowsy touch. JP having to clear this one off to the sidewall. Is back in possession, tries to get a 50 through Bowsy, but that one not going to be on target. Great save there. This ball popped out to the middle. Critter, a good boom down to the Raptors half. Camden taking possession. Bowsy having to 50 through. Squirrel getting another 50. This is still in the Raptors half, but a good beat from Divine. JP having possession. A good dive by Bowsy as that third man, making sure that he does not allow any play to come to fruition. And just with a minute left, it seems like Raptors have the pressure, and that pass from Divine to Camden is going to seal the deal. They tie it back up 1-1.
A great play from Divine there, getting the pinch that really just beat the first defender and really set them up for success. Critter was kind of out of position there, kind of caught in between being far back and being up for that ball, and just gets punished in a beautiful play coming from the Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, Raptors tying up the score off of another great play. Another couple of demos come out from Orbit. They're absolutely tearing through the Raptors. They might be going for a demo record. It seems like Raptors are also playing the demo game as Divine gets a demo in the midfield. Camden looking for a shot on net. Squirrel playing it off to the corner. Bowsy, not a great touch. Another demo comes out on Squirrel. JP first to this ball. Tries to get a pass. Gets a pass one. Divine's there. Gonna be cut off by Bowsy. Bowsy taking this ball, trying to get it over for one, gonna get 50 for his efforts. JP trying to get a read, not gonna be able to do so. Another demo comes out. This time it's an executioner. Squirrel, a shot, but saved by Camden. Bowsy, a pass across the mid. Squirrel's there. Shot gonna be saved away by JP. Divine getting a 50 in the midfield. Camden first to this ball, trying to take it slow. 50 by Critter. JP misflip there. Critter double tap off the backboard. Squirrel follow through, not gonna be enough. 5 seconds remaining. Camden clearing this one out wide, getting the beat on Bowsy. JP popping this one, 0 seconds left. Camden trying to pop this one in the midfield, not going to be able to do so. Squirrel was lying in wait, and this ball is going to drop. We have overtime in game number 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything but OT from these teams. They have been constantly at battle, a war of demos, really, from what we've seen. And Squirrel will finish it up at 8 seconds in, since we barely had any time to talk.
Yeah, I mean, a good beat there from Squirrel, and JP so awkward on the back line, not able to make the save. Orbit are going to take number 1, but honestly, if you ask me, it could have been anybody's game. Critter with 7 demos on his own. I mean, the entirety of Orbit only had 9, so Critter really just absolutely tearing through this Raptors team. And I mean, if a couple more of these shots land from Orbit, we could definitely see them converting more goal chances.
Yeah, it seemed while they were up, they kind of just played that demo game even more than they had in that game, but it definitely helps relieve pressure on attack if you know you only have 2 up for an attack. And even if you do get another demo, it kind of relieves even more pressure just knowing that you are not in danger.
Yeah, and these demos have been the calling card for Orbit so far. Hopefully they'll be able to continue, as we have a little bit of a tech issue We might have to babble a little bit more, banter some between ourselves, Chunk. But I mean, both these teams, honestly, a very solid showing from both these teams. Bowsy, the number 3 pick in the Challenger League draft this season, really making a name for himself there. Has been one of the better players. He hasn't been the best player in Chally. That spot has been reserved for Nervebot, at least player rating wise. But he has been up there as one of the best Chally players this season.
Yeah, you kind of saw what he did with Ascension last season. He led them to the playoffs, which was pretty impressive. With that team, they did lose to the future champions, and in that, what's the team name?
Honestly,
The Frost
I'm also
Snowstorm.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the Snowstorm was dominant throughout their run in last season, but yeah. I mean, both these teams really solid. Bowsy, obviously, you talked about a little bit, being that player to look for as he was able to help lead Ascension to a playoff appearance and gets a demo there as well. Camden having to clear this one out. JP is there as well, able to send this one just farther into the orbit half. Bowsy trying to pop this one out, but it's going into the midfield. Squirrel has to clear this one away. A good beat there. Divine allows them to maintain pressure. Camden popping this one up, looking for the double tap. Turns into a ass. That ball cleared away by Bowsy. Not a touch there coming out from Critter. I thought there was going to be a shot maybe, but Camden trying to capitalize. Squirrel last man back, has to clear it away. Tries to get another touch, does so, but it's right to the defender in Divine. Bowsy trying to get some more offense going, looking for a bump. Critter faking out one, trying to keep the ball, trying to get the flick, but Divine already there. Squirrel has to make a save, pops it to the corner. Bowsy able to clear this one away, but it's right to Camden. Camden, another shot on net. And JP allowed a free pickup here. He puts the shot on as well. Just seemed to be pummeling the orbit net. We haven't seen many demos coming out as actually a team bump comes out. This might be dangerous. Divine tapping it to Camden. Camden across the net. Not going to be on target. Maybe it was potentially a pass, but JP not wanting to overcommit as that third man. A double commit coming out. Critter does get the win anyways. This ball into the midfield. Squirrel looking for the shot off the bar. Camden saves it anyways. Bowsy, a little bit awkward, just pops it high. Floating in the midfield. JP gets a beat, but it's right to Critter. Critter trying to take a shot, not the best one. Divine able to get a clear, and now 3 minutes left in this game. Another stalemate, 0-0, not even 1-1, but we were 1-1 last game. Neither team really striking gold yet, but both teams have looked pretty solid, Chunk.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of shots from each. Not a high-scoring affair, just a real battle in midfield, and a couple saves coming out from both teams as well. But no one able to really find a crack. No one really making a crucial mistake that really kind of sets this game apart.
Yeah, both these teams playing very solid Rocket League. Squirrel, a great clear there with zero boost, able to get that one out of his own half. Divine getting a pop, but Squirrel already on that one. Camden trying to get a beat on Critter, does so, but Critter all over the bump. JP trying to get this pass in the midfield. Bowsy is there, but it's not a great touch. Squirrel covers. Critter, last man back, has to dive, gets the save, and it's to Squirrel. Squirrel looking for a counterattack, gets the double off the bar. Camden, a great save there as well. Able to keep Orbit from scoring. Critter trying to get another offensive drive going, another demo as well as he exits. Both members of the Raptors are low. Squirrel pops in the midfield. Bowsy gonna get beat by JP, going back into the Orbit corner. Critter catching this one. Low boost, trying to just get a reset. Plays the 50, gets it past one. Divine getting a free touch, tries to get it over one, does so. Looking to get a reset, gets it past two. This ball floating. Critter gets the clear. Squirrel gets the clear to Critter. Critter getting a dunk. This ball still in the midfield. JP not able to get the touch, but kind of works as a fake. Bowsy last back, trying to send this one to the corner. Gets it past one. Divine taking his time, looking for an opportunity, looking for the pass, trying to pinch it past one, but Squirrel lying in wait there. Squirrel taking his time as well, gets it past one. Camden pop high. Critter waiting, catches, tries to get it past one, does so. Not able to find the second touch, elects to just go for the bump instead. Squirrel having to clear that one out and cover for him. Squirrel looking for another touch. This one's off the backboard. Bowsy, low boost, doesn't matter. Shot off target, but the follow-up gonna get beat out by Divine. Divine, absolutely phenomenal. Squirrel trying to send this one back in, and just a minute left. Who really has the edge that you've seen so far, Chunk?
I'd say Orbit has one more shot so far, and we've seen the pressure they've had in this last minute and a half or so. They've just been peppering shots on. We've seen a couple demos, none have really meant anything, but I think that if they can get a key misplay or a key demo, it could really lead to a goal.
And that might have been that demo that you were talking about, Squirrel, finding a demo on that last man back of Raptors, but great play just to cover on the defense. Another stalemate, 0-0, a great save coming out from Divine. Neither team wanting to give a single inch. Squirrel popping it over 2, trying to find another touch. 0 boost, though. Going to have to be a little bit awkward. Does get the touch, but not a great one. Bowsy having to center this one. Camden, a great clear there. And it's to JP. JP with the dribble. Gets it past Critter. Critter getting a 50, though. A bump coming out on Critter. Squirrel clears it long. 5 seconds remaining. Squirrel faking it out, leaving it for Bowsy. Bowsy not going to be able to be there in time. We're going to overtime in game number 2. Both these teams very evenly matched. It seems a 2-1 game in overtime, a 0-0 game currently in overtime. It could be anybody's game. JP not going to be able to find the touch. Squirrel going to be a first one to this wall. Pops it high. Divine not able to get the read there either. JP has to cover. Critter gets a demo. Bowsy pops it off the backboard. Divine already up. Gets the read with low boost. Great play. Looks like a clear back into the orbit half. Camden getting a touch past Bowsy. Squirrel having to clear this one away. JP already up with Bowsy. JP gets the dunk. This ball awkward for Critter. JP tries to pop it mid. Not a great touch. Not what he wanted. Camden looking for the touch. Gets the center. Bowsy already there. Looking for another clear. 50 comes through. Squirrel gets the follow-up touch. JP awkward. This ball over him. And that ball finds the back of the net. Another Orbit victory in overtime.
Yeah, what a big shot. A lot of power. JP almost got there, but Squirrel just sent that thing flying from across the map. And really, what I kind of thought was an unexpected goal. All these teams, little mistakes were made there, but nothing really major. I just really didn't think that a long, really, what I thought was more of a clear than a shot would go into the net to take the game here for Orbit.
Yeah, I mean, very unexpected. JP just a little bit too far up as third man. Maybe the crack in the Raptors showing in that rotation. And, I mean, Orbit capitalizing on it. They have been playing absolutely phenomenally. They have been keeping the Raptors at bay. Even though they haven't had much scoring opportunities, they have had a lot of pressure in the Raptors half. But Raptors not out of it yet. They're looking to potentially make the reverse sweep. If you take out the overtimes, you know, they are just still in this match. Even though they are down 2-0 in this series, they will look to continue to build upon their hard work from the last 2 games. But going into this, we did believe that Orbit was going to win. Camden leaving it off for JP. JP not able to get that shot on target. Orbit getting a free clear. Critter showing out those mechs, getting the chain dash. Not going to be able to actually find a touch, though. Divine not able to get a touch either. Camden sending it high to JP. JP up. JP dropping it. This one off the bar, but Divine getting the demo, but not the shot. Critter looking for an air dribble of his own. Gets it past one potentially, but Camden saves it. Bowsy popping this one off to the side. And now 4 minutes in, we've seen a little bit of offense from both sides. I mean, do you think Orbit completes the sweep? Have they been looking good enough? Oh, I might have just cast or cursed it. Maybe your position changes now, Chunk, but, I mean, do we think Raptors can make a comeback?
I definitely saw, like, a lot of Raptors pressure. We saw the demo there by Divine. It really, I think it kind of knocked them away from scoring the ball earlier, which was unfortunate for them, but they have had a lot more pressure in this game. A lot more, I would say, quality opportunities. And, we saw them getting those goal line demos on that play. So if they get these key crucial opportunities that they've given themselves, I feel like they have what it takes to go to 5 and possibly even win this series.
Yeah, they definitely do have what it takes. They just need to be a little bit better in the clutch in the overtime. It seems like Orbit has had the clutch factor so far. They have been able to take both overtime victories, but this is the first time where Raptors have actually had the lead in this series. Hopefully they will be able to build upon it, but Critter tries to dribble this one out. dived in the midfield by Divine. Bowsy not able to get a touch there. The Squirrel needing to bail him out. JP gets a clear. It's actually over Bowsy. Bowsy retreating back to get the full boost. A pass comes through in the midfield. Critter is there, though. Squirrel getting the follow-up touch to clear this one further into the Raptors half. Divine a good 50 on 2, but Bowsy able to still follow up with this ball. Camden clears it away, but his low boost. It's over Squirrel, but Critter already back. Squirrel ends up getting a random touch on that ball from landing. JP trying to get a follow-up touch. Is demoed for his efforts by Critter. Critter an absolute menace so far in this series. Camden trying to get the clear back into the orbit half. Looks like Bowsy collecting the free ball, getting the fake on 1, getting the boost, getting the 50, staying on the ball, gets a flick into the midfield for Squirrel. Squirrel gets dunked. This ball's awkward off the bar. Critter needing to save this one away. Squirrel not able to get the follow-up cleared this time, though. JP looking for a shot, elects to leave it, go for a bump. Divine trying to take a shot as well. Squirrel getting the save. Bowsy a beat into the midfield. Critter has a dribble. Gonna get dove on by Divine. Squirrel a little bit awkward, needing to retreat before challenging on this ball. Does get the beat on 1. Camden a little bit awkward, not a great touch. This ball floating into the midfield. Bowsy shot past JP. That one finds the back of the net, and Raptors tie it up with 2 minutes remaining. Another slugfest and another good bump on a missed touch there by Camden.
Yeah, those missed touches that really just feed back middle, always dangerous. No matter what level you really are on, they always set up your last man back set him up for failure unless he gets a miraculous save. But we just saw a great conversion there by Bowsy, able to really put the ball in the place where it was so hard to save. And I just really like the capitalization when they're down. They haven't been down this series, like you said, so it can kind of be hard playing from down as a big demo play comes out by Raptors.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great demo there by Camden. JP able to just get the flick past Critter, bar down and in. That's exactly what you need if you're the Raptors. You're thankful that the Rocket League gods are in your favor this time on that bounce, and that finds the back of the net, doesn't go post out. A much needed goal there for the Raptors to regain the lead, but Orbit, once again, no slouch to being able to put up these goals. They have been able to come back, it seems like, every single time, or regain the lead, regain the wins, as Squirrel looking for a psycho touch. Is going to actually be a pass for JP, but this one cleared away back into the Raptors half. Camden looking for a beat on 1, getting a beat on 2. Critter last man back, going to collect a free ball, though, as Bowsy pass to Squirrel, back pass. Gonna get a beat on Divine. Squirrel looking for a second touch off the corner. JP up. This ball still in the midfield. Squirrel low boost. Gets beat out by Divine. And that one is gonna be saved away. Just about a minute left now. Both sides slugging it out still. But once again, we seem to be at a deadlock where neither team gaining an inch of space and pressure. I mean, Chunk, what are you seeing? Do you think Raptors are gonna be able to hold this in time? Do you think Orbit's gonna come back? What are you seeing?
I saw quality opportunities, but the great defense from Raptors, everyone getting involved on their defense, making touches just to disrupt this attack from Orbit and really make it so they don't have the greatest of opportunities, but they'll get one there. But they need to find those opportunities now if you're Orbit.
Yeah, and Orbit looking for an opportunity right there. Critter banging that ball out to Bowsy. This ball in the midfield. Squirrel getting the shot on target. Tied game. 8 seconds remaining. An absolute shot from Squirrel, getting the beat on JP there.
Yeah, great shot by Squirrel. Just really when his team needed it the most to get that OTs rolling. Can we get 5 OTs in one series? Don't know if it's ever happened before, but it seems like with these two teams, it is definitely possible.
Yeah, and a couple more shots coming out from Raptors, just testing the net, but we go to overtime once again. 3rd overtime in a row. Camden looking to take control of this one, gets the touch, looks for a reset, gets a reset, pass one off the post, follow-up shot through, 50 by Bowsy. Critter, open net, this one's dribbling down, this one's open, this one's over! Orbit taking the sweep. 3 OTs, 3 OT victories, a double commit coming out from the Raptors, leaving the net wide open, and Orbit I mean, it's a close series, but even with how close it was, Orbit still get the sweep.
Yeah, they kind of sent the full house there on that final one. It looked like Camden had the reset goal, but just clanged off the post, and no one really home for Raptors, and that's a heartbreaking way to lose in 3 OTs to get swept. But if you're them, it's a divisional matchup, and you get to meet them again later in the season, and that may shake things up. Teams may look different, chemistry may be built. I am looking forward to when they play each other later down in the season.
Yeah, the rematch will definitely be one to look out for, especially if these two teams remain atop of the Challenger League. But unfortunately for the Raptors, that one is all she wrote on that game. A close series nonetheless, but that is going to be it for us here tonight. I mean, some great matchups, a game 5 overtime, 3 overtimes in a single series. But really quickly, I want to shout out our Nemesis Premium subscribers, specifically our Challenger and Titan. Challenger was Crow, Terra, Dissa, Flame Intruder, Insano, Wiggle, and our Titan Premium subscribers, Fenrir, Jax, Parker, Sado, and Speed. All of you guys, thank you so much for your guys' donations. I mean, it goes a long way. It helps us, the casters. It helps the behind the scenes stuff. It helps the code. It helps the websites. Helps us get all of the sheets and stuff ready so that we can bring you these amazing content, have all of the stats that you might need or want for you guys. And overall, just provides us a great time for, we got to give it back to y'all. It always helps us give back to you. So we just appreciate all of your guys' help. And I mean, I once again, Chunk, that's gonna be it for us. Do you have any leftover words about that series, or just in general?
No, I think that's good to wrap up the night. I'm just looking forward to how the season will shake up and how teams will really adapt after playing on stream, as we'll probably get to see them later down the line. So I'm just excited for that in our future.
Yeah, I mean, you have much more amazing matchups coming soon. We'll be back Monday, but that is going to be it for us tonight. We hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you guys Monday.
Tell me where you wanna go. We could fly to the stars, yeah. Tell me if you wanna stay. We could fly night and day, yeah. Tell me where you wanna go. We could fly to the stars, yeah. Tell me if you wanna stay. We could fly, yeah.